Hey, welcome to the third video in this series. Matt Sellhorst, head profits coach at Boat Dealer Profits, author of the book Marine Marketing Strategies. You see me in boating industry and soundings trade only. My story, I went from closing my mortgage business down to getting into the boating business, which I had a passion for, or true passion for, starting boating at the age of 5 and always being involved ever since. One of my favorite things to do is just to be out on the water. It's peaceful and relaxing, and you guys are in the business, you understand. So joined the business, started out with a lot of strikes against me, never having sold a hard product, never having sold boats before, and really not having any idea how the industry worked, but created a system that I've been sharing with you over the last couple of videos. Hopefully you've got a lot of great value. I appreciate the comments. Some are coming in an email, and I really appreciate those comments and the questions that are coming in. It's good to know that people are putting this information to use. But ultimately, the system I created, it has allowed me, propelled me from being my first year, kind of the owner of the company, second guessing to being a perennial top producer at a 6-location dealership with, I think now it's 18 different salespeople who most of them have been in the business for 5, 10, even 15 years and having huge books of business, and I'm outperforming a lot of them. So I want to talk about the opportunity and kind of review what we've talked about up to this point. You'll see the sales funnel. Hopefully everybody kind of gets the concept of a sales funnel. But let me ask you, if in 1 month I generated 30,000 video views, and we talked about that donut strategy, we talked about how we've got the intro, how we've got the content, and how we've got the outro, which is basically the sales pitch and asking for them to call, email, and come into the dealership. I generate, on average, about 100 calls a month from my video marketing strategy. And the reason I know this is I track it. I have a tracking number that I use on my videos, and I know where they're coming from. Again, something I didn't learn right away, something that I learned through trial and error, trying to figure out, okay, where is my business coming from, and is this being successful? The emails, I get about the same number, a little bit less, about 75 emails a month, and I'm talking during the heart of the season. This 30,000 view was in June of 2014, so that's why I'm using it. It's pretty recent, and about 75 emails. Walk-ins. Walk-ins is hard for me because it's not necessarily just from a video that was found on YouTube. I use the videos in a lot of different ways to get people back in, to get those B-backs coming in. But I would say on average, I probably get about 25 walk-ins a month that are coming from the video in some manner or another. And the sales that's generating, think about what they've gone through to get to this point. On the sales, you're looking at about 7 to 10 sales a month from the video strategy. Now, 30,000 views, a free method, a free media, and you can see now why I'm using this as the one source. We talked about the 5 big issues that I found in the dealership getting into the boat business, and a lot of dealers and brokers tell me is, I don't have time. There's so many options of media out there with Facebook and Twitter and all the rest. I just don't know which one to use. Well, this funnel right here kind of sinks in that video is really a great method. Traffic, videos, to calls, to emails, to walk-ins, to sales. A classic funnel. You want to get that front of the funnel as good as possible with quality leads, and you're going to try to convert as many of those as you possibly can. We talked about having to deal with people that are difficult to sell, that don't want to sell to you. Hopefully you understand how that video strategy works, that donut, that I'm addressing that issue in a very systematic way that everybody gets the same pitch. it's really the perfect pitch. It's really when you take the time to script it out and to get those unique selling points down, it's really the perfect pitch for you and your dealership. And now you've got 30,000 people a month seeing that perfect pitch. Now, granted, all of them aren't your prospects, all of them aren't qualified to buy, but you're getting that message out in front of the people that some of them are. And I'm going to show you how to make sure you get it in front of the most qualified ones here in this video. So stick with me. It's powerful. I think you'll agree. And then to make sure that they're high margin boat sales. If you create your unique selling points properly and it's not focused on low price, it's not focused on sales promotions, and it's focused on really how you are differentiating yourself and how you add value. We talked about my no sales pressure guarantee, my happy boater guarantee, and those are what differentiate me, what make it easier for people to come in and feel comfortable working with me, knowing that I'm honest and I'm ethical because they've watched the videos, they've built that relationship, they know, like, and trust me. It makes a world of difference coming in. So you've got the get found part, this number right here. Now, I'm not going to insult your intelligence and say that in your first month you're going to have 30,000 video views. I've really perfected the system. I've got a lot of content out there. I have, I think, over 500 and some videos that are out there on my channel. The key is you got to get started, and you can easily get 10,000. You can easily get 10,000 video views a month if you just use what I'm showing you in this section, which is how to get found. If you create the best video with the best sales message that's going to help build the relationship and build margin, and nobody sees it, it doesn't really matter. So let's take a look at how you can get found so you can get your sales to that number and above. Like I said, I by no means of a natural born salesperson, and I get business from other methods as well, but 7 to 10 boat sales in a month, sure would make an extra impact if you get this done right. So let's take a look at how you can get found. All right, so we're talking about how to get your videos found. You've created some great content. You've got a fantastic donut, your intro, your outro sales message, which is your 7 points and your call to action, and you've done your video boat walk around. You put your content in the middle of that donut. Now you've got to get people to watch it. So there's 4 different ways that I get my video views, and I'm just going to go over them right now with you. The first one is getting people that don't have a relationship with me, that 80% of people that are going online to do their research, that are looking for boat information, how to buy a boat, and looking for actual boat listings, Boat Trader, iBoats, that kind of thing. What I found out is where most people go is Google. And if you look right here, this is what I call the Google bar. You know, you've got the Google logo, and then down below there's that blank bar. And anytime you go to search, it's my homepage. It probably is, it's about 80% of the world's homepage, I think. They are easily the 800-pound gorilla in that search space. So when people are looking, have that thought in their head, hey, honey, what do you think? We should buy a boat. Don't you think that would be a great idea? Don't you think the kids would love it? We're retiring. We could spend some time on the boat. We could do the Great Loop. We can, run down to the Bahamas. We can, just enjoy that lifestyle. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? What's the first thing they do? They go to Google and they type something in this Google bar right here. Now, your job is to figure out what is it that they're typing in that Google bar for your marketplace, the type of boats you offer, the area of the country that you are in, the type of business you run. There's probably 5, maybe 10 at the most keywords that cover your segment. So for me, I offer a premium level boat. I offer new and used. I offer pontoons, deck boats, cruisers, and I do some sport yachts, we'll call them. For me, a major part of my business is going to be, they're going to type in boats for sale. And they're going to type in boats for sale in my area. I'm right on the border of North and South Carolina. They're going to type in boats for sale, Charlotte, North Carolina, boats for sale, Lake Wiley, South Carolina, boats for sale, the Carolinas, boats for sale, the other lakes in the area. Those are the types of things that my customers type into the Google search bar. Now, what's important is to be able to translate that into your video on YouTube so that Google can find you. Now, the great thing is that Google actually owns YouTube. That's why I chose YouTube as my platform. It's free, and the 800-pound gorilla in the search space where almost everybody goes to search owns that platform. What does that mean? Well, that means they're going to move those videos up higher in the ranking. We already know that video gets a higher ranking because it's video, and people are gravitating towards that, and Google is daily adjusting to the marketplace. We also know that Google owns YouTube, so those YouTube videos move higher and higher in the search engine listing, which is free to you when you do it right. So you take this, boats for sale, and that's what you title your video. So when you load your video up, you can put a title in, and you just put, let's say it's a deck boat. Deck boats for sale, your area, and then I also know that my clients search for North Carolina boat dealerships. So my title for that boat would be 24-foot deck boat for sale, Charlotte, North Carolina, Lake Wiley, South Carolina boat dealership. So if they type any combination of those search terms in, the likelihood that my video is going to be shown is extremely high. And if you just, I don't know if it'll work in your area because they can tell where you are. But if you search those terms, it's very, very likely that you'll find one of my videos pop up, at least one, if not 2, 3, or 4. It's the way I was able to generate 30,000 plus views in a single month, like we talked about earlier with that sales funnel. So knowing that is key, and yours is going to be different than mine, and it's going to be different than anybody else's because it's based on the type of boats you offer and the specific boat that you're videoing and the type of traffic that you want to bring in. So that's very key, and that's going to get you those new prospects. That's going to get you that 80% of clients that you may be missing out on, that may not be walking into your dealership now. You don't have any idea. Your competition doesn't have any idea they're searching for a boat, and you're going to get them real early in the process. Now, this is where the real power comes in. Okay, so this is going to get you high volume of views. That's going to get you a large number of views. This next one, email previews. The email previews, I got to tell you, I think it's one of the best strategies to sell boats. Now, here's the concept: is you do email blasts already, probably, right? If you don't, you really should, if you do it the right way. The email previews is doing it the right way, and there's a ton of leverage in this. So when you look at the email previews, all you're doing is you're taking the videos that you've shot. Let's say you've got 5 of them. Let's say you got 10 of them. I've got 500 of them at this point. But remember, I've been doing it for years, so you'll get there. But you take the 5 boats that you have available that you've got your videos on, and you plug them into an email, and you send that out to your entire distribution list. People that have bought boats from you, people that are looking for boats, people that have been in service. We know boaters love boats. I've got my brother. My brother just bought a boat, and he's right back on Boat Trader looking what else is out there. He's right back online because we love boating. And that's what boaters do. They look at boats. They like to look at boats. They like to go to boat shows. And if they can do it and it comes right to them in their email, and you provide that good content with a good video walk around, they're going to want to look at certain boats, and that's the way to get to them. So that video boat preview, you can do it in the high season. You can do it once a week. You can do it once a month throughout the year easily. And it's another way to get those videos in front of people that are your target market, people that you already have some sort of relationship with. They're a prospect. They've been to the boat show. They've submitted a form online. They've used their service department. They've walked into your showroom. They've already bought a boat from you. They've bought a boat from me in the past. and you capture those emails and you send out that video boat preview. It's a great way to get those videos watched by people that are really high prospects for your products. The next is personal emails. This one here has a lot of leverage because, on my database, I have about 4,000 emails in my database right now. So when I send out these, I get on average about 100 to 200 video views out of a single email. Now that's 100 to 200 people that are actively looking to buy a boat, actively interested in boating, and that's very, very valuable. Now this email is personal. The email is personal. It doesn't have quite the leverage, but it's very impactful. It's very powerful. Imagine this, if you will. Client comes into your dealership and they look at your 24-foot pontoon. They tri-tune with the big horsepower, 25-foot or whatever it is. Man, I love it. You know what? I'm not quite ready to buy the boat yet. It's March and we're going to buy in April. You do your best sales skill and they don't bite. But we're just shopping right now. We're checking out the market. They go to the next dealership, and they're going to go home and talk about it over dinner. Here's what you do. You take the video preview of that boat that you just looked at, the one that you looked at, or even the boat that you don't have anymore because you sold it that you'd have to order it. You take that video and you send it to them. Mr. Smith, hey, thanks for stopping in today. I really enjoyed talking boats with you. Just to refresh your memory, here is the boat that we looked at that I think would be a great fit for you. I know you're going to go look at hundreds of boats and they're going to all start running together. I just wanted to give you a little refresher on the boats that we talked about and what makes us different. Here's the link. Go ahead and click on it. Give me a call if I can be of service to you. Matt. How powerful is that? Is your competition doing it? I guarantee they are not. I guarantee they are not. And it's such an easy thing. You should be sending them a thank you note anyway for stopping in. You should be sending them a thank you for submitting an online lead. But now you follow it up with that video link. It takes you 2 seconds. Follow it up with that video link. And now, not only did you show them the boat again, which, I did like that. But you've also got that donut. You're building that relationship. Hey, I'm Matt Sellhorst. Thanks for checking out this video boat walk around. You've got the content where you're selling the actual product. And then you've got the end, which says, why are we different? Why should you do business with me? And here's the thing, it happens to me all the time. We're in the middle of the presentation. I'm trying to hit those hot buttons that I know I have to hit every time. And what happens? The kids start going crazy and they start running around. They get a phone call. They get distracted because it's time for them to go. They're getting hungry, whatever it is, or they want to go look at the 40-footer that's sitting right next to the boat that they really can afford, and they get distracted, and you don't get a chance to do your perfect presentation. I call it a $1,000 presentation in my coaching program. You don't get a chance to do that $1,000 presentation. Well, with this personal email and the video, now you do. Each and every time you do, whether it's a lead that walked into the showroom like I talked about. It can also be somebody that just inquired online. Hey, I see that you have this boat listed. Can you tell me more about it? I've been looking for a new, cruiser. What can you tell me about it? What do you have in stock? Hey, thanks for the email. Here's a video boat walk around of a boat that I think would be right in the wheelhouse that you're looking for. Give me a call if I can be of service or if you'd like to inspect the boat in person. Thanks, Matt. What have you just done? You've given yourself the opportunity to make a $1,000 presentation to a prospect that's actively searching. Very, very powerful, very powerful. And you can use those videos over and over in that way. And then the last one is the autoresponders. When you get somebody's email, whether they walk into the showroom, whether they submit a lead online, however they get to you, a boat show, an event, doesn't matter. Once they get to you, they should be put on what I call an autoresponder system, an automatic series of emails that happen over a period of time that they're going to be, they look personal, but they're going to be automatic. And what you're going to do is you're going to say, hey, if you would like to see more boats that we have for sale, click on this link and you're going to send them right to your YouTube channel so they can see all the boats that you have listed. You're going to give your website address. If you're smart, you're also, and I should have put this up here, you're also going to put those videos in your listings on your website, at Boat Trader, at iBoats, at Yacht World. All of those allow you to put those videos in the listing, and now all of those people get to see it, and you're hitting everybody in your database with the automatic series and giving them the opportunity to find more videos. So that's 4 different ways to get the views, and if you can see, this is going to give you a high number of views. This is going to give you quality views. This is going to give you super high quality views because you're going directly to the person with the exact right boat, not just a list of boats that they may be interested in. And then these autoresponders are going to give you a lot of leverage, a lot of automatic follow-up, systematic follow-up. I'm a big fan of systematic follow-up. Like we talked about in the first video, is one of the things is the system's designed to save you time. We get so busy that the more automated we can get things set up, the less manual labor I have to do, and yet I'm still following up. Now I can focus on getting on the phone with the high level of prospects. And you know how I know that they're high level of prospects? Each of these, they're picking up the phone and calling me. They're emailing me. Hey, Matt, I just got your video boat preview. It was great. Tell me about this boat. Is it still available? Hey, you know what? Thanks for that email. It really did solidify everything that we looked at, and we would like to come out and set up a demo. This autoresponder, I had this happen all the time. Somebody that's a year out that I talked to finally pops up and said, "Hey, Matt, thanks for the emails. We're ready now. We're ready to get active searching. We're ready to own the boat now. We finished our house. We got the kids off to college. Whatever their reason is that was holding them up from buying a boat, that's resolved itself, and now they're ready. And boom, you're in front of them. So you spend your time, instead of with those people that are early in the process, you spend your time with people that are ready to buy now, but you're still communicating with those people that are early in the process. I call it the educational spectrum of a boat buyer, and it's something that this takes care of that, and it saves you a lot of time. It's a single media. Do you see how we did all of this with a single media with video? Because that's our foundation. That video is our foundation. Now we can make all these other things happen very simply because we chose the right media up front. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to cover a couple different things next, but let me clear the board and we'll move on to why this won't work for you. All right, so we talked about exactly what it's going to take to get to the point, how to create the videos, how to get them found. But I said there's some things that may hold you back. I call them the gotchas. There are things that you may be thinking right now, hey, Matt, this training's been great, but my boat business is different than yours. I work with clients that just aren't going to watch videos. My clients are older. The boats that I have, they don't lend themselves to walk arounds. Let me answer that just head on. Your business is not different. Your consumers are searching online. Your consumers would consume video if it's out there, and if it's out there in a quality way, they will call you. Let me give you some examples. I've sold a $5,000 used boat using this system. I've sold $80,000 new deck boats and pontoons using this system, and I've sold, I'll call them sport yachts, $500,000 to $1 million boats. And I get calls, especially on those big boats. I get calls from people around the country searching for them. Hey, I've been looking for this boat. It's a very tight market, and I finally found yours online. And those are things that it's a fantastic way. Even those multi-million-dollar prospects are searching online. As a matter of fact, they might be a very, very valuable category because it is such a condensed market. Their time is so valuable that they don't want to go from actual boat to actual boat to actual boat. But if you present a boat to them in a fashion that they can do it while they're traveling, while they're sitting in the airport waiting for their next flight on their iPad or their laptop. That's going to be very valuable. So, but then again, the guy looking for a $5,000 or $10,000 boat, he probably is scared of intimidated by the process of walking into a dealership and everywhere in between. So your business is not different. If you're offering boats, new, used, or brokerage, this is a system that will work for you, because I offer new, used, and brokerage. I've used it to sell everything. The only thing I haven't used it for is to sell mega yachts. And my belief is, if you took the time and you did it right, and you had a little bit higher level of production quality, that now you can sell to that market as well. I would love to coach somebody that does that market and prove that theory. Number 2 is I can't do it. You know, I'll tell you that I wasn't super comfortable in front of the camera. I know what a lot of people think is, I can't get up. I can't get up in front of a camera and talk and do a presentation. Here's what I'm going to tell you is, if you really want to take your boat business to the next level, if you really want your sales to go up, if you want your sales to be easier, if you want your margins to be higher, as we walk through the process, I mean, it really is common sense how this all comes together, that you can make more presentations, more quality presentations to more of the right people, and it's a great follow-up and time-saving strategy. It's one of those things that you really just need to overcome it. And the way you do that is you just get it done. You just practice. You just do a couple. And maybe the first couple you don't even put up online. You just do them. Then you do another one. You do another one. And by that third or fourth one, I promise you that you'll have proved so much. And here's the nice thing about the smartphone. It costs no money. If you do one and you screw up, I stumble all the time. I mean, heck, even in this training, I've stumbled. It's not a big deal. People are not perfect, and people don't expect you to be perfect. It's one of the ways you show that authenticity and you show your personality is by, stumbling over something and, mispronouncing a word now and again, and it happens on accident. It's not something you do on purpose, but I know you can do it if you just give it a shot. I know you can do it if you just give it a shot. Number 3, I know some of the people watching this are salespeople and brokers that kind of have their own business. I also have some from dealership owners, some general managers, and I know what you're thinking is, my staff won't do this. My staff won't do it. This is great. It would be awesome, but I just won't be able to get my staff to do it. Here's what I'm going to tell you is, the marketing of the boat business, the sales and marketing of the boat business are changing. And you're either in the change or you're left behind. People are going online. Your competition is picking up this video stuff. You see more and more dealers doing it. A lot of them not doing it so well, but more and more doing it, and more will figure it out. I'm by no means a genius. This is just something I put together, and trial and error came up with a system that's fantastic. But with time and effort, others are going to figure it out. Your competition is going to figure it out. So my staff won't do it. You really need to explain to them, maybe even let them go through this training and see the potential, see the opportunity, and then demand that it get done. Put some incentives out there. Hey, I'll give you $5 per video. Do that for a period of time. Or if we get 10 videos done that are quality videos, I'll give you a spiff of some type. But it really is that powerful. I mean, think about 30,000 presentations in a single month, getting those messages out to your prospects as another follow-up strategy, a personalized follow-up strategy that have already been in, and then an automatic follow-up strategy like we talked about before, the autoresponders. Just imagine putting that in place and how much higher your conversions are going to be. What happens if you were able to just bump up your margin by another $500? It's astounding. I mean, even if you sell 100 boats a year, that's 50 grand of income. So my staff won't do it. What's your staff's job? Your staff's job is to sell boats and to make money. Somebody in your dealership is going to be comfortable doing it, or will be able to get comfortable doing it. All you need is that one person. You do the donut first and last. That can be you as the owner. in that middle. It can be somebody that doesn't even sell the boats. It just has to be somebody that's comfortable doing it and that gets it done. Over time, what the entire staff will see is, man, this stuff works. I want to be the one. I see how they come in asking for that person. I want to be the one doing that as well. And if you just get started, it's amazing. It's amazing how quickly things come around. And number 4, it kind of goes to these two. I can't do it. My staff won't do it. It's way out of my comfort zone. Hey, Matt, this video stuff it makes me just cringe of thinking about getting on a video and having people watching me and hearing my voice, and I'm going to be critical of myself, and I'm not going to do it right. I'm not going to sound as good as the other person. I'm embarrassed for my friends to see it. Your comfort zone. Here's the thing about your comfort zone is all great things happen outside of your comfort zone. Think about any time that you've done something extraordinary. Think about any time you've done something that's had impact. I've gotten my pilot's license. I've got kids. I mean, talk about being outside your comfort zone. That first day when the doctor says, hey, congratulations, you can take the baby home today. What the heck are you doing? You're giving me a person. I mean, that's out of your comfort zone. But now that my little girl is 3 years old and I have another one, there is no better feeling in the world. It's extraordinary. And that's what happens when you get outside that comfort zone. Success happens just outside that comfort zone. And it's important. It's important to push yourself. Sometimes we get in a rut. Sometimes we get kind of stale and stagnant. And by having somebody kind of push you, motivate you, it can really do major things for your life and your business, monetarily, but also think about when you learn something new and you start really getting good at it. Just think about that confidence level. You get your chest out and you get your chin up high and you get excited instead of just kind of drudging through the day to day. It really does make an impact when you get outside your comfort zone and you take that I can't do it. Like Henry Ford used to say, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So if you can't change that mindset, then you might as well just turn off this video and be done with it and let the chips fall where they may and come up with another strategy. But if you understand that video is where the direction is going of the boat business, as far as getting new leads, positioning yourself, saving time, building margin, and improving the sales process and setting up the sale, like I said, tipping the scales in your favor for a high margin and more boat sales, then you'll push yourself outside that comfort zone and see a lot of change. So we covered a lot in the last 3 video series. We've gone over how to do it. We've gone over the tools that you need. We've gone over how simple it really is. And hopefully you could see by the process of how to get the video views, how easy it's going to be to utilize it, just boom, right out of the gate. You're going to build up those Google and the outside views, but instantly you're going to be able to start using it. And my gut tells me that most people within a month or so are going to have some level of success, a boat sale, a prospect that they've rejuvenated that has been in their database, and it's going to make a world of difference. So I love what I do. I love what these videos have done for my business, just making my sales process so much easier, making it so much easier to hold margin. During that negotiation, they've already built a relationship with. Some of them have known me for years through the video. It's amazing what that does, and I love my boat business compared to what I see the other sales guys that don't use it. When I travel around the country and I mystery shop and I coach with other dealers, it's amazing to see the difference experience that I have working with a client than with somebody that doesn't use these strategies. It saves me a lot of time. I know it may seem like, oh, you video every boat, that takes forever. Well, about 27 minutes a week is all it really takes to get it done right. And think about how much time it saves me because I don't have to answer the same questions over and over on a boat that's listed. Hey, let me send you the video and call me if it looks good to you. And now when they come back to you, they're positioned in a completely different way. It's fun. These videos can be a lot of fun. One, just the relationship with the customer. Two, shooting them. You really get comfortable and you really have a lot of fun, and you let your personality come out. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool when people come in and say, "Hey, I love your videos. That's a really great idea." And they enjoy your marketing. Your marketing is not invasive. Your marketing is not a pain in their butt, but they really do enjoy them. It makes the process easier. It makes the process easier because, like I said, they've got that relationship, and you're using a bunch of automated systems. You're using a lot of leverage, and it really does. It makes your boat business considerably easier. So let me tell you what I've got coming up. I'm going to be opening up I call it class, some coaching for a select number of people that really want some one-on-one help with this. What I'm going to do is go through exactly how I do this, actually do some stuff for you as far as writing the scripts and doing some of the technical things that need to get done if you need some help there. There's going to be some class, kind of what I call classroom training. They'll be done on video and phone calls like this. But that's going to be coming out in a couple of days. I'm going to leave the class open for a few days, probably 5 or 6 days, and allow people to sign up. It's something I've never done with the video strategy, offering that one-on-one kind of classroom setting and the one-on-one coaching and assistance, where I actually do stuff for you and do stuff together to get you through. But it's going to be coming out. The next video that will be coming out in a couple of days is going to have a lot more detail. So if you're interested, make sure you check that out. It's going to be limited to the number of people because it's my one-on-one time. I can't open it up to everybody, and that's why it's also only going to be available for a limited time, because it's going to be kind of like kind of think of an interactive college class where there's some lecture, there's some material outside of class. And then there's also one-on-one access to me where we're doing stuff together and doing that via Skype, doing that via phone calls, and doing it via email. So be on the lookout for that. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited about that one-on-one interaction and really getting the people that are serious about it. It's going to be a small number, but really getting the people that are serious about it up to the level where it's just going to dramatically transform their boat business and the way they do it. So be on the lookout on the next video. Also, if you got questions, if you've got comments, if you've already implemented, I've given you these 3 videos where I've really shown you how to do it. And there are people that can take this information and knock it out on their own. If you've had some success, put some comments down there. Let me know what's working for you, what questions you have, how you plan on using it. If this video strategy is something you're going to implement in your boat business, how you plan on using it, and some of the success stories you have. So just make those comments down below. I enjoy reading them. I get some of the emails outside of the form down below, but just stay in contact with me. Let me know what your questions are. Let me know how I can help, and certainly let me know your success stories. I would love to see them. And we'll see you in the next video here in a couple of days.